Riots are the American way? Wrong. They're the Canadian way. When Axl Rose cancels shows prematurely, or when Patrick Waugh fails to catch the new head of ISIS cross the border with no questions asked. Can I get a holla? I miss you too, long time. Holla! Bill Murray's kid got arrested in Martha's Vineyard this weekend for spitting on an officer and throwing a brick at a cop car during another peaceful protest in Obama Be Good country. The sad part is the alleged peaceful, all-loving side is crazed with self-hate for being such dumb fuck morons for thinking Hillary Hammer Time Cankles was going to beat Trump. Because of that, Bill Murray's son wouldn't change jack shit in some serially unfunny remake of Groundhog's Day by Judd Apatow, especially after Trump wins again by a Patriot man-made landslide in 2020. You dug your own grave, and baby boomer arrogance never dies. Sorry, but not really. Crap Brewers are releasing a new beer to support racial equality. I think they're calling it Kill Fat White Hipsters with a Colt 45. Actually, one of these beers is an imperial stout named Black is Beautiful, not Kerry Washington is overrated. I'm all for creating grant programs for Black Americans to attend accelerated coding schools at places such as General Assembly in Manhattan. I'm also for creating more charter schools to provide access to a quality college prep ready education throughout the urban ghettos of America for kids who don't have much shots of getting out alive with bright career prospects otherwise. But for the beer industry or big tech now act so concerned with launching paid fellowships of any kind, or even intern programs with stipends for black men in America, comes off more belabored and last minute than Michael Jordan pledging his commitment to support job training opportunities in the name of systematic racism when he couldn't be bothered during the crack epidemic to lend a helping hand because he was too busy trying to choke out Steve Kerr's white privilege in practice. All lives matter misses the message, and you're the racist for insisting otherwise. Fine, I'll just bow down to Charlemagne the God, despite worshipping false idols being a big no-no in the Old Testament. Instead, I'll teach my white devil spawn to hate their mole-infested, pale, white complexions, but love thy neighbors, no matter how many times another domestic disturbance arises, requiring the cops to instill much-needed civility and calm order again and again, despite one of those neighbors busting my balls for clanking a couple of jumpers off our basketball hoop on our property because the clank of the brick was too loudly for his taste. Why is it racist to be against riots, looting, and killing innocent Americans, including cops, in the name of so-called social righting justice? The true definition of a racist is an arrogant narcissist who believes they're superior in all spheres of life, who act like everyone who disagrees with their worldview is not only below their contempt, but deserving of career ruin and untimely death, to solidify their confirmation bias. If this doesn't describe what the radical left-controlled big tech, old media, Hollywood, and all of its fascist little Hitler youth disciple followers are, or have become, I don't know what is. If you're white, tell your kids, do the right thing, and tell them only Spike Lee's opinion matters, despite him absolving a BLM member, killing 5 officers in Dallas, and only portraying Jews in his films as either pussy, pushovers, or predatory parasites who live to exploit Paul Mooney's inflated sense of self for all it's worth. Drew Brees says taking the knee was the right thing. Sure, if you don't care about shitting on all the men of color, namely black men, who were drafted to fight in Vietnam, while Ali refused to serve, as he stated, no Viet Cong ever tried to kill me, and they knew my name everywhere, man, even on the fake news planet Pluto. Can I get a holla for fake news lingo in relation to the greatest moderate Muslim of all time? Holla! What does systematic racism even mean? Either you're good enough for the job or not. You think Rocky would have been a legendary film if Carl Weathers didn't earn it? and Stallone just gave the role of a lifetime away to Bobby Seale of the Black Panthers, despite him refusing to take off his leather jacket for the entire shooting of the film. Obama says, "Hope is a hammer to break glass." Who wrote that line for Obama? The new Ben Rhodes of Antifa? Romney marching in solidarity with BLM is nice. Was Karl Malone in attendance, or did the severe lack of social distancing drive Mr. Virusphobe away to keep on trucking? Can I get a holla for an A-plus gem that I couldn't resist? Fresh off the press, aren't you blessed? Holla! This Jeff Bezos scolding an Amazon customer for saying all lives matter. Go buy Paula Deen books and her new clothing cooking line at Walmart. Heck, what's Paula's new cooking clothing line called anyway? Plantation Nation? Can I get a holla for a 8-year-old joke at this point that I found the perfect place for? Holla! If Jeff Bezos cares so much about supporting Black Lives Matter, then why not change the name of Alexa to Monique and make her sound like a less dronish Scarlett Johansson between estrogen throw blocker treatments? Can I get a holla for more A-plus Gemry? Holla! Celtics great Bill Russell says Trump is a coward for not taking a knee. Actually giving in to the lynch mob, online or off, for the sake of appeasing the fake news narrative of systematic racism and all the cops being the personification of Suge Knight evil would be the more pussy, limp-wristed move if he asked me, champ. But I'm sure rewarding Bob Cousy and Jerry West with the Presidential Medal of Freedom didn't bother you one bit, knowing it was way after the time they should have received it. At the same time, also knowing that Obama couldn't have done the same, but he blew it! Black Panther star Michael Jordan demands Hollywood commit to more black hiring. Dude, you starred in Creed, the hip-hop Rocky, and made bank. And you were great in it. So don't you have a production holding deal with MGM where you could afford to hook up your brothers and sisters with juicier parts to play besides mediocre hip-hop artists playing themselves on screen? I don't get it. Hollywood needs to commit to more black hiring and give the Oscar to someone not just playing a monstrous welfare mom or for a Showtime After Dark sex scene with Billy Bob in uniform. I agree. Hate thyself. Honky. Hate yourself. This is the Do It All Dad Year podcast. Dad-friendly entertainment for you and me. What Gen X parents understand. Controlling our kids' economy can make our kids great again. My 3 fuss-free kids, 98% of the time, are living proof of it. The audio version of my debt book of creative nonfiction, Controlling My Kids' Economy Love Story, will be available before Father's Day. I will keep you informed with updates. I'm also in the process of re-releasing Do It All Dad Does Jokes on audio. It's going to be a combination of the best of old and new, a lot of great coronavirus material, Weird Week Howard material, and you are going to love it. And this is going to be coming out before July 4th. And also expect a audiobook for the Great American Jew novel that could come out before July 4th if every agent in America is too much of a dumb fuck to give me a publishing deal already. I'll talk to you guys soon.